5%, 100%. That is the prediction. I have no reason to believe that we won't. Oh my gosh, we dodged it. Treasure Hunter is not in the list. All right, now we just have to build some relationships.
A bond to be counted on. While the heart still beats.
So Chop is going to be removing things, and a Nemesis is going to be removing things. Consecration of Light we can only use once a month. Okay, that's basically nothing there. Yep, that was 3 5% dodges. Better than nothing. Okay, General is a requirement, and boy would we like a hospital as well.
Rewards only. Resignation.
Well, the Watchtower conflicts with the General, which means we did not scout the hospital, and if we get it, it's going to be just luck. All right. T-Hunter needs to be in position 2 if they're going to be dazed every single time. Yeah, who knows if we're going to get linseed oil. We can do this without, though. It won't be that bad. With Jarvis and Costas and not having a cursed skill, we can probably make it work.
Facing oblivion, these folk have kept their honor. Have you?
We get food over here. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Let's get everybody... Friendship is all that matters. Okay. Definitely going to the question mark. Could be a hospital. It is not. It is a fight. This could also be a hospital. This could be a hospital. But why would the game be so kind, right? Now, can we get the crit token and then does the daze take effect, or the other way around? Oh, we resisted it too. 15, 15. I think I want to kill one of them rather than the other way around. So let's do that. These two we can potentially get with Sealing Spaghetti. And the stealth is going to make it slightly harder for us to get wailed on for having taunt. $8 to $20. Don't mind if I do. Now we're critting with gas. Ho ho ho! Take that, Gaunt. Get gaunted.
The one pleasant in the extreme. This work is noble and necessary.
So let's just get a hospital here and a hoarder here. All right, that's my prediction. I will take the reverse order of that as well. But the hoarder would be nice because we might be able to pick up a reverberating redoubt. Everybody wants to walk away. Okay, I guess the loathing is going to fester then. This is this entire game is just Gaunt Abuse Simulator. That's all it does. That's all it is. I love the fact that I was like, I should put our highwaymen in slot 2 because they're going to get constantly dazed, and then every single daze has been resisted so far. Amazing. The stealth is working wonders, though. Do I want to bother with this? No, I don't think so. Now we're cooking with gas. All right.
We are the flame.
Yeah, so I took, T-Hunter, I took you out of position 1 because if we get dazed, I want to make sure that I can still intimidate with the leper, and without point-blank shot, we don't have the ability to move back. Move you back, which means that I would be stuck doing like a withstand first turn, and I don't like that. I guess withstand isn't bad first turn, but I like being able to remove tokens with intimidate. Okay, who do you have the best relationship with? Costas. Ah, the little drummer boy. Also, speedy delivery on that one. I've been smitten. I kind of wish the Highwayman had a little more stealth synergy. It's kind of fun. There's no there was very little value in using Intimidate. We would get 1 extra taunt token. A little bit extra damage there. I wonder if the drummer causes us never to get Rat Charm to proc. Because they have that kind of like unnatural speed, but I don't think that's actually their turn. I think this is their turn. I think that's just an auto action. But what do you do if you're in rank 1? You just strike. Maybe pull you forward since I don't think we're getting the kill here. 6 to 10, 26% chance to crit. I'll roll the dice. Oh, would have preferred the other way around, but that's okay. Oh, Penance is perfect though. The bishop flails wildly, harming itself. And then this is greed, but I'm going to zero out our stress on our leper.
A master stroke.
Yeah, the stealth is amazing on the Highwayman, just from a durability perspective.
The work continues.
Poet Leper still can put down some numbers for sure. I'm just kind of fishing for some crits. Didn't get them, but This is our region to make our relationships whole again.
Is gone. Let it die.
I do like a clenching claws. Holy water is useful for the Exemplar fight. The rest is not, though.
The loathing whispers.
Okay, so that was not the predicted value. We go to the lair. The pig sticker is very good. Yep. So for the general here, we have this for a pushback. And then we just have smoke bombs. We have the bear trap for a pushback. We got some blinds and we got some heals. All right, that's just going to have to be good enough. No matter what, we're going to do this. By hook or by crook. They're speedy.
Within every keep,
We are speedier.
and his loyal lumbering guard.
Oh, he gonna unguard from there? Yeah, I think we'll be able to do the general. I'm not super concerned about it. We're pretty strong at this point. By the time you get as much mastery as we have in this run now, you're sitting pretty.
Lethality writ large.
I want to get the turn on him next turn, the kill on him next turn, so
Excellent work.
resist the stun. For them or for us? Treasure Hunter. Both seem relatively true.
A brilliant conclusion.
We've been critting a lot since we finally got kind of hit our stride. The Song of Shadows guys had a pig sticker. They just never not be stealthed. That would be the most boring fight ever. Excuse me. Clearly sucked in a piece of dust. These two are going to do the dance. The forbidden back row switching dance. Well, the enemies were doing it to us for a while, so I think it's only a fair trade. Only a fair trade. That was a 5%er. And before we get out of here, I do need to get some healing in on our leper. A shambling thrust. There is the healing that I was referring to. Don't click the escape button. That would be bad for business. We have resisted every stun from that ability. It's kind of mind-boggling. I do think the drummer going first there actually prevents Rat Skull from being active. Kind of surprised. You monster. No, you. It's a rough life being a shambling monstrosity. I have never pretended that it wasn't, Bray. So can you get a crit token? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the answer is just no.
A brilliant conclusion.
That's a great hit, though. I'm not gonna lie. I love getting kills with Intimidate. It's just so good. Ooh, return Mace Bash. Spicy. The spiciest enchilada. Okay, I think Rat Skull just isn't working. It's taking the day off. That was an embarrassing hit.
Excellent work.
Where have you been all my life?
Lethality writ large.
All right. Begone, foul beast. Reverberating redoubt.
Lesson learned.
No. Scalded skull and footman's grog. Well, if I didn't have to, I'd be disappointed. But we need the general's head. Otherwise, the bouncer won't let us into the mountain. What can you do?
Nightmare slumber. He is tortured by
Now, does Taproot also prevent the rat skull from proccing, or are we just getting unlucky? That's the question. I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to get take aim up and operational.
anxiety for men's
Oh, resisting unsettling whisper is almost hacks. Now, I'm actually worried. 2 blind is going to be a little bit of a problem for us to deal with. We rolled quite poorly on that, and that's going to be a little annoying. I don't want to spend our crit on blinding, so we're just gonna do that. I don't really want to use... I guess I use the fire grenade now. Oh yeah, it missed. Oh well, that means the Intimidate lands, which means we get our taunts up and we do push back the growth. And then we can get our other consecration up. Okay. But yeah, I think Taproot is also blocking... blocking Rat Skull from proccing. Oh, no, we got the Rat Skull proc. Okay, so it is not. Okay, now we can try again with the Smoke Bomb. To no avail. Okay, the dodge on Walking Dead is nice. Now we can start lighting him on fire with our Vestal. Right? Just like I called. Definitely lit him on fire and did not get the resist. Grumble, grumble. We need to keep doing ceiling spaghetti to keep pushing back the growth. Unfortunately. We may take another Walking Dead in the middle there, I think. Potentially. At least we're keeping the taunt up. That should have had a chance for fire. Do I take aim here? I think I do. Since 66% of the time is never happening. This is, this fight's going slow. I think we're gonna get a lot of stress. I don't know. The stress is mounting, Bray. That's my concern. And yeah, those are in the wings waiting, unfortunately. We're just not hitting very hard with Al. I wish Al had some stress, not the other way around. I'm just gonna keep the taunt up, try and protect. That means we're probably taking a Walking Dead here. Okay, Unsettling Whispers is good. Our consecrations ran out before we could refresh them, which I'm a little surprised by. It's round 7. We can use the bear trap to push back the growth if we want to get a hit in here. 21 hit points. How hard are you hitting right now? 5 to 12? I think it's hardly worth it. Well, we have 2 rounds of taunt right now, so I think we'll put in the damage where we can. Yeah, that's a little spooky. No need to risk it. The stress is a little high, though. One off, everybody. Hi, and welcome to my TED Talk, how the most annoying thing possible just happened. Okay, the Unsettling Whispers is okay there, minus the Vestal Jeopardy. But our damage is just not very good right now. That's the problem. I definitely take the General's Trophy. Otherwise, bad things happen. Scalded Skull. Increased debuff chance, random ally, extra healing given, no. 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 I'll take the milk-soaked linen, I guess. Wax inoculant is too late to be useful. Okay. So our hope is most certainly... Okay, quick fight is good here. Let's see. Does someone have the mineral-rich spring water? No. Let's get that. Let's get that deployed. The one laudanum deployed. And then more of those. All right, and then we'll just try to clean up stress as quickly as possible. Now, did I just give the mineral-rich spring water here? That's dumb. Let's put the mineral-rich spring water here and put those there so that we can get that off immediately on Black Curse. So every time you kill the boss, you get a trophy. If you make it to the mountain without a trophy, you get wrecked. Oh man, it's a hospital. Wow, the luck is out of control. If you make it to the mountain without a trophy, the game ends without you having the opportunity to face the final boss, which arguably could be considered a good thing. The early crit there is nice because it means we're not going to take any awkward damage on our highwaymen. And then once we get Barrett out of the way, the rest of this is pretty decent. Okay, chosen target apparently ignores stealth. Fun times. Okay. Yeah, so these Shamblers are going to take a while to kill, but that's good. That's good for us, because it means we'll be able to farm some crits.
Lethality writ large.
Excuse me. Unfortunately, most of our stress healing on the Vestal is going to have to come from, like, secondary sources. Because her crit chance is 8%. I mean, it's probably still worth swinging for the fences here. But I think Consecration of Light can give crit tokens, so that adjacency is probably better. Sanguine doing its thing. Little secondhand stress healing would be lovely here. Fair enough.
Conclusion.
Nice heal. I would really love to get a Solemnity here, but I don't think we can... Yeah, we can't wait that long. I'm apparently only posing, Bray. That's the lesson I'm learning here. Okay, we have the hospital right here. We'll buy some laudanum. That will help out slightly. Missed the mark definitely needs to go. Off guard should go. Tippler should go. Sprained ankle probably could be a little annoying on the final boss. And then we could pick up a spiked skull cap and a bone saw if we wanted to. That's just going to give us bleeds, though. I don't think that's... I mean, we have so many baubles. I could buy the spiked skull cap. But, I mean, what are we going to do? Replace the pig sticker? The pig sticker is doing work for us, I feel like. I could pick up the bone saw just for bone sawing. I think the answer to both of those is no. We have not found the hoarder, but the hoarder is extremely likely to be on this right path. Unless we could have passed it. It could have been here. Or here. But let's see. If we go here, then we are locked into the left-hand path the whole time. So I think the Oasis is a no-go. We go to the academic study.
Options require careful deliberation.
I want to get the laudanum equipped somewhere. Oh yeah, we can move T Hunter back to the front ranks. All right, I think we're in trouble here, folks.
On to the next.
Actually, a really nice recovery round for us. I feel like 66% of the time happens very infrequently. Rat Skull, why would you do this to me? But yeah, the Hoarder is our last chance for Reverberating Redoubt. Or this may end up being a run where we go to the end really lacking trinkets. Because the moment our trinkets are horrifically bad.
Rummage through the shelves, laden with echoes of indistinct ideas.
Okay, who is your best relationship? You and Costas are maxed? Sure. Bad digestion. But we get the corrupted bile gland. I like a corrupted bile gland. I also like the stress resist has been really good, but getting clenching claws there is good. And then I think I go for corrupted bile gland over Shambler's Eye, at least for now. Also, we can toss you a something. When we get to the Exemplar, we'll be popping the Warhorn as well. Everybody wants to go to the assistance encounter, which me too. All right. Move T Hunter back up to the front. There's our stew. Our regional stew. It'd be cool if each region had their own stew. You and Black Curse or Costas are both maxed, so it doesn't matter which one we pick. -4. Oh my gosh. Sometimes. Yeah, we're a little low on mastery, but we don't have a lot of skills that I'm desperate to upgrade. There are definitely a few that are kind of missing. Like, I'd like to get Judgment upgraded. But generally not I'm not feeling that starved for it. Now we do this just because once they're up at the front, they're a lot less obnoxious. Oh, clenching claws. How quickly I forget the problem with you. It's a silly place to put that, but... Yeah, I think clenching claws means we can't actually do point blank shot opener. Kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer. Well, we will right the mastery train ever so slightly. That 20% extra scouting could have potentially meant that we found the Hoarder. So, getting rid of that for a Say gear, questionable perhaps. So anyone lurking in chat who watched Red Hook's preview? I'm super curious what the next patch is going to contain. What they've revealed. Is their stream still going? Or is it over on Twitch? Nice music box. Great start. Did we give the corrupted bile gland to them? Yeah, we did. Okay. Oh, it's so good.
The slow suffering begins.
Almost got this guy. Nice hit. Now we do need to be careful. We don't want... We want to make sure that our cultist isn't taking hits, because corrupted bile gland can get very out of hand very quickly. Dang. Yeah, if we come out of this region with like 3 to 4 mastery, I think we'll have everything we need. Unsprung Pocket Watch would be very cool as an alternative to giving me Reverberating Redoubt.
The well-worn seat of our research.
Well, that ain't it.
Littered with notes, diagrams, and
Might as well try to get the thing from this. I actually like all that. The bread is trash. I don't think I care about the apple. The apples and cheese are marginally better. It's pretty marginal. Two war horns? It's a lot of war horns. I don't think I want any of the cultist trinkets anymore. Okay, so creature den. Then we have 2 more question marks after that. I like a creature den, although we need to drop rat skull for going to the creature den. Yes, Jace. We took down the I moved the trinket too soon. We took down the general and have since recovered. But now we have the rat skull off because we were worried about healing. Clenching claws doing its magic. Actually, I'm going to take aim here to get the dodge token. Because I think we have time. Good thing I had that dodge token, right?
Suffering begins.
We should get first turn action here with Dismiss, which should do work. So I would say Jester Leper is a great combo, Hama. I try not to play exclusively the meta comps, which, like, you know, it gets a little boring playing Jester Leper every single time. So I thought that this was an interesting party comp that I have not experimented with too terribly much. So yeah, we're trying out something a little off-brand. And so far it's working okay. But we almost took a Jester. I decided to go no dedicated stress healer, which made the beginning tough. The comps, I mean, everyone has their own list. I think Highwayman, Jester, Man-at-Arms, Plague Doctor is the comp that I completed the cycle on. I beat all 3 bosses with the same 4 heroes without losing any. So that's a very strong one, of course. At least I think that's... I might have left the Jester off of that. I don't remember now. It's been too long. Okay, are you actually gaining any relationship? Not really. Okay, our relationships are all looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go for the one that doesn't have any negatives associated with it. But yeah, Man-at-Arms is amazing. Highwayman is amazing. Plague Doctor is amazing. Yeah, there's so many good characters in those. Oh, we haven't seen a Gander in a while. Can we move the Gander? Let's try and yank the Gander forward. See if that messes with its ability to do its howly type thing. Although having a Gander with 2 of these isn't too bad. That's a big bleed, IIRC. Yeah, it is. Gonna try and get the stun in on this guy. Do we stun you, actually? We do sometimes stun you. Consecration of Light here is great. When we get the crit token, it is particularly great. Would have taken the kill there, for sure. 23 Death's Door. I will roll the dice. Not bad. I'm worried this guy's going to eat, though. 3, 5. Okay. I am worried no more. I'd love to get a take aim off before I finish here. This is going to be really annoying. Let's stack up Chaotic Offering too. Oh, wow. I did not expect that to get the kill. That's unfortunate. Whoopsie daisies. It's just trying to get rid of some of its dodge. You try to stun us? No, no other way around for you. Great. You were already stunned, so that was a bit of a waste of unchecked power. Poet lepers. They don't mess about. Okay, this will be a solemnity turn from the looks of it. Well, we can get the big heal here and then we can stay in. I think that's better. This way we can strip a dodge token and put taunt back up. Yeah, and then with the stun we have full everything, and once we get ministrations up, we'll be in great shape. If I was gonna roll the dice, might as well go for the vulnerable one. So that will now give a 30% buff to our resistance there, which is quite nice. Great hit. No crit token. Still doing work. Doesn't really matter which one we pick. This one's stunned, so 3 and 4. All we need to do is 1 damage here, so I'll just break out the Intimidate for exact lethal. Calibrating Sensor has some value to it for sure. Yeah, that was a very smooth creature den. Yeah, Calibrating Sensor and Reverberating Redoubt generally play well together. Discounted combat and in items. Not what I would have picked there, for sure. Goodbye candle. Goodbye bread. Two stimulating poultices I like because I might go hard with trinkets at the end there and shift some things around. What are you rocking right now? Corrupted bile gland. Yeah, I think that's correct. We're gonna have to start getting rid of stuff. I know 200 baubles is too many baubles, but I still don't know if we're going to. One of these could be the Hoarder, and we could pick up a Reverberating Redoubt and something else. So I'm struggling to let those go. I think the scrap grenade is not that important. The noisemaker is pretty tempting, but I guess then I will take and let 20 baubles go. And if they're 200 bauble items and we find the hoarder, if all of those stars align, I'm gonna be sad. Healing is for the weak. That's pretty much true. I know this. The Shambler is not an animal.
Let's take a closer look at the thing. Repulsive as it is.
Weakness token on unchecked power always feels really bad. Hey, Amugga. Oh, I'm not properly escaping greater thans, less thans. So your message was just empty, but I see it in Discord. It's going all right, Amugga. It's going all right. Oh, that's annoying. Dear corrupted bile gland. Bad. Bad, bad, naughty, bad. Some type of banana slug, clearly, Bray. Clearly some type of banana slug. I just realized, though, ministrations and corrupted bile gland. Interesting combo for capping all your resists out.
Lethality writ large.
Okay. Good job, ministrations. Gotta hand it to ministrations. Oh, the light on that Shambler was that's art right there. Ooh, bad turn order there. 83% Death's Door resist is kind of a bummer. Okay. Doesn't matter. We got paid. Okay, we'll probably get the heal out of Solemnity too, which is good. But now we need 2 Solemnities, it looks like. Second one just for stress, obviously.
Bravo.
Oh, if we hit 2 targets with the pick sticker, we get 2 stealth. How interesting. I didn't realize that. We're a little low on hit points on T-Hunter, but I think it's okay. I love the background on that as well.
Cut down these nightmares.
Ooh, cursed coin. Wrong run for that, but pretty cool. Sadly, neither of these work out. Eyes of the Void, there's some world. There's some world in which we could use it, like, on the leper, but it's just, it's so hard to make it work. I mean, the leper is an interesting choice for it. Because we occasionally hit 5 stress. Better than clenching claws? Let's experiment with it. We've gotten a lot of class-based trinkets here. I'm going to let Shambler's Eye go. I think Shambler's Eye I'm going to want for the final fight. No, so I'm going to use it on the leper, who's not invisible all the time. That's my thinking. Hold on, we used up some stuff, so we'll put that there. That there. There's very little value to having the holy water out right now, so we'll do that. Great, more money. All right, more baubles going the way of the dinosaur, because this has to be the hoarder, or we don't get one.
Look upon their noble struggle and be humbled by it.
Costas, who are you maxed with? Jarvis? Okay. Never an assistance encounter of any value. Alright, it's a cultist fight, which means we can pretty much throw all our baubles away. Your relationships are basically all maxed. You are in need of some help, and you are in need of some help. So we go Vestal, I guess. I love that. I think that means a guaranteed kill on the flesh bagpipe. Yes, indeed.
The slow suffering begins.
Gonna take a crit up front. Not much we can do about that. But if we do the pull here and get it, we could have forced one rush judgment. So Blood Commune doesn't hit through that. So now, if you stay at 5 stress, which you don't, alright. So when you're at 5 stress, if you get hit, you gain more stress. So that's the problem with that. Yeah, I don't think we like that. Controversial opinion, but that seems pretty bad. Because all we have to do is get hit a second time, and then we don't get to do our hit, and then everything is ruined. See, but Blood Bond hits both of them. This is where things get confusing from my perspective. Like, some abilities hit through stealth, some abilities don't. Now this is gonna ruin our 5 stress. Yeah, this trinket is dumb. It's impossible to use. I am sad to call it so harshly, but Like, I'm never going to be at 5 stress and then not take a hit. So I guess you just can't use it on tanks. Is that the solution, or reverse solution, as it were? Yeah. And then immediately we lose it again. It's just awful. Yeah. I am sad to say that I feel the same way, unfortunately. Let's see. Vestal can at least cure that. So... Oh, terrible. I love getting the bleed on that, and then I'm going to go for ministrations here, because we're going to use Solemnity again.
At least has been tended to.
Which puts us on 4 stress, once again meaning that no good comes of that. Oh, 30% did not fix it. Yeah. Never going to be able to take advantage of that, unfortunately.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see.
Temptation. I hope you die a terrible death in a fire. As we have learned the hard way, temptation is lame. But yeah, Clenching Claws returns. Goodbye, Eyes of the Void. We barely knew ye. Alright, everybody wants to fight some more cultists, so I guess we'll do that.
The avatars of oblivion.
We're never going to get to 5 stealth, though, Bray. Like, that's the thing is, if you're not getting hit, you're not gaining stress either. So it's this kind of like chicken or an egg thing, where if you put it on a character that's not gaining a lot of stress, they're never going to be at 5. It's very hard to manipulate the stress, I feel like. In a way where you can get to 5 and stay at 5. If you could, it would be this really amazing potential outcome, but that's hard.
Excellent work. A brilliant conclusion.
Love that. They're both going to Nocturnal Commune because we're all stealthed up front, I believe. Yeah. That's the one disadvantage of choosing stealth for this encounter. Just gonna eliminate the cherub. So Blood Bond hits both.
The slow suffering begins.
But the other one doesn't? They're both in Blood Bond, so it doesn't matter. The blind is super annoying here. Why did I go for the one with the dodge token up? That was just sloppy. Just gonna get the stress under control. Taunts aren't doing us much good. These ones 99% of the time hit everybody anyways. Get stunned. Why are you all of a sudden going so fast? Alright, it appears like it's just random luck, but we waste our crit token and our unchecked power. Oh, good gracious.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
There we go. Removing one from the equation is probably for the best. We'll probably have a solemnity available. Why are you getting blinded left and right? It's not great.
A breakthrough.
It's everything I expected it to be. Crit heal for 3. I don't know why I bothered. And then I really want to do a solemnity here, but I think avoiding the crit might be more valuable. Which you might not be able to do, actually, now that I look at it. Yeah, I don't want to take the crit. We can heal up our stress later on our leper. Our leper has good relationships, so finishing the fight a little earlier I think is good.
Cut down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
I think I threw away the enabler for wounding words, but since our trinkets are so bad, there's like part of me that's like, do I have a place for it? I don't think I do. I wouldn't replace these two with it for sure. Okay, it is Exemplar time. Let's see. I'm gonna put this here, smoke bombs on our occultist. I said I was going to use a war horn, but I don't think I am. Okay, let's do an Exemplar. Hope that we don't end up losing another Vestal to the Exemplar before the boss. That was a bummer.
Human outline. It must be destroyed.
Yeah, the noisemakers do basically nothing, don't they? I hadn't thought about that. Because we already have Breacher, so it's not that useful. Love seeing that. That gives me some hope. Okay, Prelude missing means we're not going to get immediately whacked. We're pretty fast, so I think Consecration of Light, we'll probably get it with Sealing Spaghetti. Yeah, I think we do. Oh, you hate to see that, don't you? But that is good. The crit token is annoying, but the blind pays big. Okay, if we had to take anything, Rapture's Beauty is probably the best option. Means no combo is on the board. Would have loved to have gotten a crit token with that, but I'll take what I can get. Okay, Prelude landing there. It's the best time for it because we have our combo removal on the Vestal. I put it there specifically... Oh. Holy Water removing Taunt really kind of is a bummer. Okay, so we're going to have an uncontrolled hit coming in here. Terrible place for it. Absolutely the worst. Hopefully we can keep up enough taunt to prevent 9 there, eh? We could get a stun here. Okay, that alleviates some concern. Okay, improved dodge does nothing, but perfect timing on once again being able to remove that.
Relief comes rarely in these times.
Administrations might have been better just because of the massive dot that we're dealing with right now, but we need to protect this combo above anything else. Yeah, we need administrations for sure. I'm realizing now. Nine by 4 is insane. All right, we get out in one piece though. The Exemplar tried to take away our occultist to no avail. Explosives magazine not that interesting. Heartseeker also not that interesting. We need to clear up one spot. We used some stuff, right? Yeah, we used the last of our smoke bombs, actually. That's kind of a bummer.
A fortifying meal, a strong drink, and finally, rest.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad, Treasure. Now, we have the General's Immobilization Trophy. So I need to decide if for the final battle, are we going to put, Treasure, are we going to put you in the back rank? Excuse me, in the second rank or the first rank? Oh, I never noticed there's a tree in the middle of that in the Tangle. Is that new? Or has there always been a tree there?
Rest now for a time.
Winded. Swine Fearing. Natural Eye for Treasure Hunter. And Bloodthirsty for Jarvis. Bloodthirsty for Jarvis is a shame. That going almost anywhere else would have been better. But not too bad. Well, we might as well buy the Greater Wolf's Blood. We do have to apply the trophy. And we're just gonna buy everything. Everything is insanely cheap at the moment.
On the road to damnation.
Okay, let's use some stuff up. What food do we have on offer here? We have 5 apples and cheese. Do we like apples and cheese more? We do. We're gonna go... Everybody's getting some apples and cheese. Because they cost 1 gold. Hooray. You've got the rat skull, so I think we do that. Who got the worst? Winded and bad digestion. Okay. Now, worst relationship. 20. We got an 18 for Black Curse, but an 18 versus a 19, I think, doesn't change anything. But a 19 to a 20 does. So Costas Jarvis is going to get... Well, we have 2 of these, right? Do we roll the dice with the songbook to try and get perfect? Sure. Oh, we have 2 songbooks. Okay. On average, they'll at least cancel out. So our two off is Black Curse Jarvis. Booyah. Then our 1 off is Costas Jarvis. There we go. Everybody's perfect 20s across the board. Joy. Get some healing. Whoa, we just picked up Bloodthirsty, Natural Eye, and Breacher. Are you joking me? This is bonkers. I can't even express how insane that is. Oh no. What did you just replace? We just lost Natural Eye to Dancer's Balance. I hate that. I feel like when you get positive trinkets, you should do that. But there was a moment there where T-Hunter was an absolute god. It only lasted for the blink of an eye, but it was cool while it lasted. That was so disappointing. I'll take an Open Vein for the final fight. I think Breacher is still among the best there, but whatever. We might have to deal with some stealth.
The inevitable end of your
But
journey awaits you once again.
I'm undecided. Definitely for the first fights, we're gonna go second rank. That's an easy one. Oh, blocked by Erudite is a bummer. We don't want anyone else to have taunt. So we'll do that. You can get a bit more healing. And I think we've done what we can do. I mean, it's all free, right? Everybody's going to potentially get lit on fire a little bit, but I think I'm going to do... What's your fire resist at right now? 45. You're at 65, so let's do that. Put that there. You're going to need the healing most of all. I think we're done. Not a feast in the whole thing. We went feastless. I will say, though, Bloodthirsty is still... Breacher Bloodthirsty is still very solid. Dancer's Balance is just a little meh, unfortunately. And then for the final fight, we're going to get rid of Corrupted Bile Gland for Shambler's Eye. But we'll keep Corrupted Bile Gland for now. All right, let's get going. Perfect relationships across the board. Let's just double check it one more time. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, good stuff.